too big of a deal.
Has it got to be better to keep winning?
I think it does. I think it has to get better. I think if guys start stacking 7, 8 guys in the box and trying to stop that run, then we must have the ability to pass. And we're not that far along. It's not that big of a struggle. As compared to last year, we were throwing 250, 300 yards a game. I mean, that was big, and I don't think you're gonna get those stats every game. But I mean, the game's not about stats; it's just about the win.
Is there something different about like a Thursday night game in terms of like atmosphere and when you go on the road and the environment and what it feels like and that kind of stuff?
I think so. I think because basically the whole focus is going to be on that game. It's the only game of the day, and but other than that, I mean, the atmosphere is pretty much the same as a regular game, and we know 2 years ago, I mean, the NC State crowd was, it was packed. The stadium was packed, and so we know there's going to be a lot of people watching. But other than that, it's the same.
How do you look at the NC State? Do you look at that as almost a rivalry? I mean, they've beaten Florida State 5 times, and Clemson's the only other team that's got 5 league wins against Florida State. I mean, you were here the last time we lost as a true freshman, I think. Do you look at that series as being something that brings out the emotions or brings out the fire maybe a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've definitely had our number, and they've always played tough against us, and so I think it is a game that we always look forward to. And I don't know if you'd say it goes as far as a rivalry game, but it is definitely one of the bigger ACC games.
Bert earlier said it's pretty tough to play, that their fans get pretty boisterous, and you've been down there. Where does they stack up in terms of their crowd, in terms of some of the other ACC venues you play at?
Yeah, they do definitely get loud. I think having that Thursday night game, I think it does make a difference. I mean, everyone pretty much shows up. It's always a big game, but it's something. I mean, the crowd can't play, so I mean, it's something that we just have to deal with and block it out. And I think we've done a good job on the road of handling the crowd. I mean, we did it at Miami, and so we should be fine.
Is that something because you've been through it before, that maybe when you were younger it was a little bit more intimidating, and now you've been through it, it's not that
I think so. I think always when you're a bit younger and it's the first time when you experience something like that, it is a little intimidating. But as a senior, and a lot of guys, even the freshmen that have already been through it this year, I think guys really know how to handle it and are doing fine with it.
With the defense playing as well as it is, how comforting is it for the offense to know that you've got a kicker like Hopkins who can put points on the board from quite a distance out? Yeah,
he's definitely a great tool for us. He's an unbelievable kicker. I mean, I was watching him in practice yesterday, he kicked like a 70-something yarder, and which is ridiculous. But it does kind of alleviate some pressure where if you're stuck in a situation, on their side of the ball where you're in field goal range, and you don't have to force things down the field and cost yourself points. And so it's definitely an advantage to have a kicker like that. And he's done an unbelievable job. I mean, as a true sophomore, he's one of the better kickers in the nation.
You probably don't get a chance to watch him much, but Russell Wilson, the quarterback, what are your thoughts on him?
He's probably the best quarterback in the ACC right now, and one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. I mean, he's having an unbelievable year. Throws the ball really well, makes great decisions. He's got great feet just in case something's not open. He's able to scramble, and our defense is going to have a heck of a challenge in front of them.
What do you admire most about what he can do in his game?
He's a guy that doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, and he's just an all-around great quarterback. I mean, he knows how to move the ball down the field, and kind of does whatever it takes. And he's kind of, I don't know, he plays really, really well. So.
Do you know him at all?
No, I don't. We just became Facebook friends, actually. He sent me the request, so I accepted. But no, I haven't talked to him before.
When was that? Just over the weekend?
It was like last week. Yeah.
He's trying to soften you up, man.
I guess so, man. I guess so.
Did he try to friend you, or you friend him? Or
He friended me.
He initiated.
He did. And they didn't send me a message, so I don't know what to deal with. So we're just friends.
Maybe he's waiting till Thursday.
Maybe.
Good?
Could you play tonight?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
What'd you watch Saturday? What games?
I flipped through every channel. I tried to watch the Iowa-Wisconsin game, and 'cause my buddy Jay was up there. Watched some of the Miami-Carolina game, watched the Alabama game. Tried watching the baseball game a lot, actually. But I was flipping through everything.
Excited about the Rangers?
I am. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, who would have thought Rangers-Giants in the World Series? I mean, if someone made that bet, they're making a lot of money.
You go to a lot of games on your own?
No, I mean, I haven't been to a Rangers game forever. But it was like you pay $5 and pretty much sit wherever you wanted before. So, and now like it's packed, you know how it goes.
Christian, is this team getting to the point where you're playing well enough now that if you play your game, you can beat whoever you're playing?
I think we'd like to think that, but we know that everyone's going to play us tough, and every game for the rest of the season is going to be a tough game, and it's always easier said than done. I mean, we got to take care of our business and execute, and we know if we don't, then it's going to cost us. But we believe we have a good team.
After we talked to you last Monday, Jimbo came in and said basically that was one of the sloppiest games you guys had in a long time offensively. There was just a lot of missed fouls. Was that you think it was a result of that game being after Miami and before the bye, or is there an excuse for what you guys?
I don't think there's no excuse at all, and a lot of it goes back to my things that I did, and I coughed the ball, 3 interceptions and a fumble is terrible, and so it's ultimately my fault, and it's just one of those days, and but I've learned and studied film, and I've made sure that I'm gonna prepare myself so that doesn't happen.
He presented a little differently.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
But he never blames the quarterback.
Yeah, well,
Teacher's pet.
I blame the quarterback.
Could have had a day like Drew Brees yesterday.
Yeah, I know. What, he threw 4 picks?
Yeah, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or Jay Cutler, 4-1 guy.
Too.
Yeah. Or my boy Rich Goodman. See what he did? Come on, Rich!
He should have spun it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been better.
So you just put the ball down.
He did recover that on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I'm good for him, man. I'm glad he's playing. That's an awesome opportunity. So.
Is that going to be protected in a special way Thursday? I mean, what do they talk to you about?
No, I think it's just going to be sleeves, so I don't think there's going to be any padding on it. I don't think so. I mean, they might, but...
What does the sleeve do?
It's just, I don't know, it's supposed to reduce swelling, but it does, doesn't it? Well,
You put little flames on it. Jimbo said yesterday that you actually like it. Is that true?
The sleeve?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jimbo said you do, so you did.
I
Yeah.
think it looks good. Yeah, you look good, you play good.